For those looking to buy or sell Madden Ultimate Team coins, check out the MUT store. They have cheap prices, fast delivery, and great customer service. Use code TEXAS at checkout for a 10% discount. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Tex, and we're back over here with the MUTMen podcast. This is episode number 57. And as always, we're joined with Gutfox. What's going on, man?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you, Tex?
It's going good, man. It's going good. It's raining out here, so if it cuts out, my apologies. Hopefully, we can avoid some disaster. And the Colorado weather holds up long enough for me to actually get this podcast done.
Is this the first time you've seen rain?
No. This is
being from Texas, I thought that was like the desert or something.
In some locations, in some locations. You know what? It's a mean joke, by the way. Like we ain't see rain out there in Texas. Like we only see rain on TV, man. Only in Jurassic Park the movie. It's the only time we seen the rain come down.
I can see you like one of those dogs that have never seen snow before that's outside jumping in it. Or were you doing that like in the rain?
Yeah, well, so my dogs were, right? They went out there and I put one out there in the snow. She was like, you know what? I ain't doing this. I'm just going to pee in the house, man. I'm going to pee in your good rug today. It's too cold for this nonsense. And so I understand it. Like it's kind of an adjustment, but she'll get used to it. But regardless of that, we are joined by an up-and-coming MUT YouTuber. And his name has MUT in the title. It's ThatMUTGamer, man. What's going on?
What's up, man?
Appreciate you coming on the show with us this week.
Appreciate you having me.
Awesome. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Gutfox, as always, has the docket. But first, before we go and get into that, let's go ahead and let MUTGamer get himself over quick, man. Why should people watch you on your channel? What do you have to offer?
What I have to offer is coin making tips and how to go from 0 to 7 million coins very, very quickly through investing and simple methods in this game.
All right, guys. So stop asking me and Gutfox how to make coins. Go check his channel out.
Hey, are you gonna spoil some of that for us right now? Give us a tip quick.
Solo challenges.
Well, that's pretty easy.
Yeah, but also looking at sets in the future and trying to predict them to make some coins.
I gotcha. All right, so first up on the docket is the draft promo. I want to talk about, I think the funniest thing, well, one of the funnier things, I guess if you like a Schadenfreude type situation. So Fictionary, you and Bengal were all streaming the draft. And, well, I was also streaming during the draft. And half of us got banned, and the other half did not. So what do you think about Fictionary and Bengal getting banned there, Texas?
It's actually kind of funny because, like, I don't know why. I don't know. It's ESPN, obviously, with the ban, but, like, it's kind of funny considering that there are some people who are actually streaming the draft and not getting in trouble at all. It seems like people were snitching on those two guys.
Really?
Because YouTube doesn't really care about what you do unless you try to monetize it afterwards. Because I've seen people on YouTube stream with music, with stuff in the background, TV on, all that shit. Nothing happens of it. They just can't monetize it afterwards. But this had to be somebody snitching.
Oh, so you're saying they got some people that are jealous of them? Yeah,
they got tattled. I think that's my guess. That's my guess.
So,
because like it doesn't make much sense why they got banned. Twitch is understandable because Twitch probably doesn't want you streaming anything that's not gaming related. I think if Vic went over to IRL, did that should have been good. But just doing it on Twitch gaming, I think that's why he got in trouble. But Bengal though, I think Bengal got snitched on.
See the thing that's kind of weird though. Did they have a lot of viewers, and were the other draft streams not like as popular? But all right, I guess my question would be, Tex, are you jealous of their success?
You talk about a lot of viewers in my stream. What are you talking about? I killed it.
I'm just saying. Your stream numbers went up when theirs went down.
That's true.
I'm just adding one to one.
Yo, once Vic left YouTube, man, everybody, I'm gonna go check out Texas' channel. Shout out to Vic for helping me out with that. But yeah, it was kind of interesting seeing how that stuff went though, because like people were in my streams and they're gonna report this for playing the draft, and it was a all around fun night about just seeing people react to their draft picks and just seeing the nonsense that ensued from it. But I'm glad Vic decided to go on Twitch though, because Vic was about to do it on YouTube. I'm like, dude, don't do this. Like your channel's not worth risking this. Don't do this. Stupid idea.
Yeah. I think Bengal said like he got a 3-month ban. Is that what you said before the pod?
Yeah. So usually if you get like a copyright strike, I think they suspend your services for 3 to 6 months. Like you can't upload anything longer than 15 minutes, I think, or 10 minutes, some shit like that. You can't stream. A lot of things you can't do on your channel after you get one of those copyright strikes.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. I know Sly got one during the summer, and then he got 1 million views on his Pokemon, and all of a sudden the strike disappeared. Like, very quickly after that Pokemon video.
That's great.
Yeah, so it's a little shady on YouTube's part. How about you, ThatMUTGamer? Did you stream the draft at all or do anything with the draft content?
No, but after hearing this, I guess I should have.
Yeah.
But no, I just watched the draft. I came back and found out that half the draft promo went on when I was gone.
Oh, really? What? Where were you?
Beat
You
up.
said you were gone?
Did you go to Buffalo Wild Wings?
I was watching the draft with my father, and then I came back and I was like, "Wait, where's all the draft promo stuff at?"
Oh, like the limited time Clowney?
Yup,
Did you pull
limited
for
time
him?
Clowney. I could not. I didn't have the time.
Yeah. I got points. I bought points for that. I didn't get them until after limited time Clowney had gone too, so I was kind of salty about that one. Because we were supposed to get multiple limited time cards, isn't that right, Tex?
That's what I was thinking as well. I thought when one goes out, we'll get another one that night, because it can't just be rewarding guys that play the act, especially those cards come out of packs fast. Like, they weren't like the old limited time cards where it was kind of in packs for 3 days. They were coming out of packs like super fast. So I thought once Clowney went out of packs, we get another draft prospect, and then on Saturday the same thing, and Sunday. But nope, we just got one. So it's like they decided not to put as many cards out as we would have hoped they would have.
Kind of weird, right?
Yeah, my guess is they probably did it because the ultimate tickets. Like, probably some of the guys they were thinking about putting out are getting ultimate tickets. His Clown is getting one, so I guess they probably couldn't just like hold off on him.
Oh,
So,
right.
yeah, so this is gonna be maybe they decided not to give a bunch of other cards 9 and overalls when new ones are coming out in the next upcoming weeks or upcoming months.
Yeah, I mean, Clowney. How much better can his ultimate ticket be?
It depends on what. Well, apparently they won't let you create it based off his 97, the limited time one. So that's one of the new things. So Clowney is not the Clowney ultimate ticket is probably not gonna be better than the 99 that came out because he couldn't base off his 97. He had to base it off his 93. If you get what I'm saying. So yeah, that's not gonna be a it's not gonna be. EA was weird about that. Yeah, it was really weird. That's what the guy told me in the DMs. So so Clowney that comes out ultimate ticket wise is probably not gonna be better than Draft Clowney outside of the Kims. The Draft Clowney has Houston Kim, which is awful, but the other one's gonna have Field General and probably pick special, some shit like that.
Oh, that's kind of crappy.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think about that. Like, basing off his 93, not his 97. So, like, I would imagine this draft clown, it's going to be the same card, won't it?
Except for the Kims? So. I think it might look similar to a 97 more than a 99.
Jesus.
But hopefully, EA has to get the card to 99, so I don't know, though. Like, it might be the same card now that I think about it.
Yeah. Because, like, as we saw with those champion players, and we'll get to the champion players in a little bit, like, they didn't improve those guys at all. Like, if we're not given the option to improve, you know how I said a few podcasts ago that EA, when they said they'd take care of the physical stats for us, and EA is basically, they did it kind of like the mafia takes care of people. We'll take care of it. Don't worry, leave it to us. Yeah,
yes,
and then
we got you.
Exactly.
Don't do anything too crazy. No, don't worry about it. We got you.
Yeah, and then they just they take you outside a shack and pop you in the back of the head and then throw your body under, I don't know, the Giant Stadium or something. So we saw with those competitive players, and like, we could talk to this a little bit with the champion players. Actually, let's just talk about it right now since we're on the subject. Those sets, like the Dawkins, they didn't get any physical upgrades. Like, I know these weren't, like, these were supposed to be ultimate tickets for the guys who won those championships, right, Texas?
Yep, it's supposed to be rewarding the guys that it was spent all that time grinding with a crazy reward. But now this also falls back on the guys that chose the cards as well.
Why?
Because they all chose cards that are already good.
Yeah, so but okay, Dawkins, if he gets speed on that Dawkins cards, like EA says they were going to take care of speed for the ultimate tickets, and I just figured, I think Dubby, the guy who created the Dawkins, figured that his rules were same as the golden ticket rules, that he'd be taken care of. But so I know I got some people when I talked about this on stream that's like, oh, but these aren't ultimate tickets, so we still have faith in EA. Like, one guy was very adamant. I'm like, come on, like, you haven't been around this game long enough to have faith in EA.
The set does say ultimate ticket, but like at the same damn time, we did discuss this before. Like, there's been a lot of tweets saying, guys, don't make cards that are already 9 overall because they can't go higher than that. Like, they can't make this card much better. So we already discussed this, so that's partly on them for not listening to the community and saying don't do that. Like, they could have made another card that was low overall that would a better upgrade than what we got recently. Because the Brian Dawkins, honestly, if you are buying that Dawkins, you're just wasting coins because you're basically only paying what for the extra speed boost and the extra +1 zone.
Yes, and is it a speed boost?
It's he's 94 speed, but he has two Kims. I think he has pick special field general.
Right.
So instead of having big hitter field general, so you're basically only paying for the extra +1 speed and +1 zone.
Oh my God.
Is that worth it? Is that worth an extra million coins? I don't think so. So, I mean, at the end of the day, those guys got to listen. The curse is kind of the same way. And they didn't even put mobile blocking in the cards. They want to get a crazy speed, put mobile blocking. Like, these motherfuckers weren't even out here listening to what we were saying to do since, like, the golden tickets were, like, the option. But, like, mobile blocking would have been perfect. But nope, just go ahead and just not listen to the community. Do it your own damn. Do your own thing.
Yeah, and as we saw, we paid with this set. I mean, the set itself, I don't know if I love them putting out, like, entirely new players into the sets. Like, those aren't the traditional players.
Oh,
like
man.
they had to make special packs for them to sell these special players. And there's what was it, the Khalil Mack? There's a new Khalil Mack 97. We couldn't use the old 97 Mack.
Not at all.
What do you think of that MUTGamer?
I think that's ridiculous, but it's more ways for EA to make money. Is they put that in the packs. People have to pull packs to get that. They can't use the old card, so now it's more money being generated to EA. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, agreed. Texas?
I was hoping, because, like, I have some of these cards. I have the Vernon. I have the 85 overall David Johnson. I was hoping for an exchange set. I was like, yo, maybe we can exchange these cards and we can be able to collect them, but nope. But the fact that you had to pull packs for them is kind of annoying. Even though I pulled 3 of them with coins, basically lost some, but if you pull that Khalil Mack, it's good to go. But other than that, these things are terrible. And also in the packs we didn't know, this is why I hate it, because you can actually pull cards that don't go into the set. So I pulled a gold card that doesn't go into the set. I pulled a gold.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, like, it's kind of how they did with the promos with the sets last week with the Team of the Week and all that stuff. You could pull those bundle toppers and get cards that don't even go into the sets. That's kind of how that pack was, where you're basically just spending money and hoping to get one of these cards that you can sell for a lot of coins, but you weren't guaranteed one.
Wow. That, I mean,
because, like, I thought I was gonna pull, like,
if it was
Adrian Amos, or I was gonna pull a bunch of these Gilmores and Browns, but nope, I'm over here pulling cards that don't even go into the damn set, which is even worse than pulling cards that are going for nothing.
So, like, they created more competitive cards than are actually in the set.
Yep. So, like, right now, if you pull one, you might pull a card that sells for 0 coins, basically 150 coins, because it doesn't go into the set, or you'll get lucky and pull one of the cards that sells for a decent bit.
And it goes into the other gold player sets.
Yeah, other gold player sets, which is, so I pulled Moncrief. I'm like, yo, he doesn't go into the set. So I said, there must be another card in this pack that I can put into the set. Wrong. Because I thought I got lucky my first 2 packs. I got so lucky. I pulled Mel Blount and I pulled Vernon. I'm like, okay, this is actually not terrible. I mean, I'm not making coins here other than Vernon going for 100,000 coins, pay for the pack. But, like, I think, okay, I can pull cards that go into these sets. So then I pulled another one, which was just my mistake. I should have just stopped. Because you can get screwed pretty easily. Like, you could probably pull like an 87 overall, championship player that's been on a team that is.
Khalil Mack goes for 5,300 coins.
What?
Khalil Mack 87. His 87 goes for 5,300. His 97 is much more, but.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, you could probably pull one of those team hero rewards that doesn't go for anything, but it's just, and it's also. It's auctionable though, but nobody wants to buy 87 overall team hero upgrade. Nobody wants to buy that.
No. Wow.
But an exchange set would have been needed for this, because just to reward guys who already having these cards. That'd have been nice. Oh, you already got Ramsey? Exchange set. Oh, you got the Stephon Diggs still exchange set. That'd been kind of cool, but I guess they want to make that money.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, crazy. So I don't know. Hopefully, they don't. Do you think golden tickets? They're not going to have sets like this, are they?
No, I think this is just for the Madden Championship Series. I don't think golden tickets are going to be where you got to collect a bunch of cards in order to get, because I don't think EA is going to make as much money with golden tickets that way.
Yeah,
I would like it though. Maybe if it was, because as long as the sets are kind of like these and these cards are kind of easy to get, maybe. But I honestly don't want to see them put in like 99 overall cards into sets to where you don't even get these cards back. Like, if you got all these cards back, I'm here for it. Like, I don't mind doing this set. If you got this Deion Sanders back, you got this Khalil Mack back, it's a nice set to do. But not getting these cards back, I'm not risking it.
You're thinking too much like MLB there, Tex.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's it.
It's a cool feature over there, man. You can collect cards. You can keep them on your team permanently.
Weird, huh?
Yeah, Madden. Madden used to do that too. They used to do that back in Madden 13.
13, yeah.
Yep.
And they just stopped.
Anyways, so back to the draft promo. So, Tex, did you like streaming the draft? I mean, is that something you're going to do annually then?
I might try to. I'm not really into the draft, but it was actually kind of fun seeing like the fans of teams in there reacting to their picks. Like, I may try in the future get some fans of like teams in the call so they can just react to their team picking. Because really, everybody likes reaction. Reaction channels are huge on YouTube. That's why I shouldn't draft. It'd be kind of fun to get my reaction. Because I wasn't really into it, but when the Bears took Trubisky, I was like, I was shocked. I was like, what the? Wait a minute, they traded up like all this to get this guy? There's only one pick. Like they could have just waited. I was so confused. And then when the damn Chiefs decided to do what they did, it was actually kind of fun. So though the randomness that ensued was I really enjoyed, because usually the draft is kind of the same old as years past, where it's just boring, predictable. This year, a lot of different things happened, which made it more interesting to watch and react to.
Yeah, I would say this was a pretty exciting year comparatively to other draft years, but I don't know. So you think the Bears? Let me know. Was there a? Sorry, how do I say this? Did we find out whether it's credible? Was there another team looking to trade for that pick? Tex, did you hear? Was there? Because I know there was rumors. Yeah. There was like Schefter said there was, and there wasn't, and then
it's kind of hard to know what's going to happen because everything's kind of smoke screenish.
Yeah.
So like I don't think the Chiefs. One of the Chiefs really wanted that Mahomes guy, and like I don't really know if a team was willing to trade up, because you think what the Bears had to give up. The Bears moved up one spot. The Bears had to give up a 3rd round pick, I think, that same year.
Yep.
To get a guy that may not even be their starting quarterback in the next coming year, because if Matt Glenn is any good. But like everything's smokescreen, because the Chiefs heard that the Saints wanted that Mahomes guy, and they traded everything up to get him, even a 1st round pick. It's just I don't know, man. I just think the Bears panicked and just they didn't want the 49ers to take him, because they thought the Niners might take him, even though the Niners kind of played everybody that draft.
Yeah, so a good first draft for Lynch.
Yeah.
ThatMUTGamer, do you have any thoughts on the draft in total?
When it comes down to the 49ers and the Bears, all I heard was that the 49ers had like this huge, like they told the Bears pretty much, we have 6 people on the phone right now who want Trubisky. You either trade up or we'll give it to one of them. But overall, the draft, it was a fun time. I love the draft every single year. It was all together a great time for me.
Yeah. What team are you a fan of?
I'm a fan of the Ravens.
Oh, yeah? How was their pick?
So who'd they take?
We took Marlon Humphrey from Alabama, cornerback.
Did you like it?
No.
There's a reason why.
There's no good cornerbacks ever in history from Alabama. The best ones were Dre Kirkpatrick and Kareem Jackson. That's why.
So it's like you're playing the odds there. So there's only 2 out of a possible, probably like a bunch.
Yep.
So who'd you want them to take? Like, who were you hoping that they would pick up?
I really wanted them to take O.J. Howard because he looks the best, and the Ravens need offense.
Oh, yeah, because Steve Smith did retire.
Yep.
So y'all are down a receiver. Mike Wallace is not the answer. So, okay. That would have been an interesting pick. Was he available still when they took that guy, or no?
Yep. He got selected 3 picks later by the Bucks after the Ravens.
Well, don't you got Pitta? Isn't O.J. Howard a tight end? Don't you got Pitta?
Yeah, but he's like 6'6", so he can play like wide receiver / tight end. You know, he's kind of like a possession receiver or a tight end.
Gotcha. I got you. All right, so more MUT-related stuff. John Ross got 99 speed based on his, record-breaking 40. Now, that alone, it's incredible. Texas, have you played a lot of games online since, and have you played against John Ross?
I've used the Gold John Ross against some subscribers, but I've never actually played like online. I don't play head-to-head that much anymore. So if I play against him, it'd be as a sub, but I haven't played anybody that had him yet. So okay. I'm going to assume you have, though, because you stream a lot, and you probably ran into guys who are spamming streaks.
Yeah, no, I haven't streamed much since the draft. Okay. I was out of town this weekend. That's why Foxy had to do that video. ThatMUTGamer, have you used Ross or playing against him yet?
Just the gold one. I played against the 99 one, and the guy just ran a streak. He didn't catch the ball, and he quit the game.
One streak, and he quit the game, huh?
He gave up after 1 attempt?
He didn't catch the ball. Champ Bailey knocked the ball out, and he quit.
I guess Champ Bailey and Deion Sanders are kind of like the hard counters because they're 97, 98 speed. So
they're like right there.
Yeah. So maybe, I don't know, and speed's sometimes funky too on those streaks, and plus the SWAT is so overpowered. So yeah, I've used John Ross, the gold one, and yeah, he didn't do so great for me. Basically, he was 1-on-1 with Deion, and it did not work out. I think I got picked like 3 times.
Yeah, I think the best way to use that guy is to get him the ball behind the line of scrimmage, like on those sweep plays or screens and shit. Because like throwing the streaks really is not going to do much, especially if a guy's already playing off. You rarely run by anybody over here in this game. Even that includes guys who are slow. Sherman, You can even include who other cornerbacks in this game that are like 93 speed. Keep to lead guys like you rarely run by people over here in this game unless just out beat press. You never just see guys running by them.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, like, and a lot of people play cover too, so the safety's back there generally. And I mean, I have Bob Sanders now, so him in a cover 2 won't get burned too badly, I don't think. Then again, I haven't played against Ross, just with him.
Gotcha. I mean, I think once somebody figures out how to like cheese him, I'm pretty sure. I'm glad he's not that tall. I'm glad he's not like a swerve like God, as some people would like want him to be like Randy Moss type. So he's like what 5'11", 6 foot.
Yeah. Yeah,
so he's not as tall as like if he was, he'd probably be seeing a lot more of him going deep. But he fits that short passing offense though. Quick slants, screens, drag. He fits that offense perfectly. I don't know why everybody keep trying to throw streaks with him.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is like, yeah, drags only get you 10 yards. They're not as sexy as I mean, I guess they can go for more. Not as sexy as streaks.
Yeah, throwing the ball deep
because that just destroys people's spirits.
That is true. And it's like, come on, man. Especially when you get that aggressive catch. Like, that is true. You get angry when you see somebody catch a ball and you were hitting X. Like, I was mashing X. Come on.
I know. And then they get tilted, and then the next drive they try to throw streaks and they can't get it because they don't have Ross. Yeah, it's a how do I say, a waterfall. It just keeps building on each other. Anyways, hey, what do you think John Ross's speed at the start of Madden 18 is, or for MUT Texas?
I don't know because EA has already said they're going to change the direction next year after that MUT. What do you call it? The AMA. They kind of tweaked speed this year to tweaked all the ratings this year not to go past 100. So if they go back in the direction of making these cards just stupid OP, I think if we might see his speed as high as hell, like probably around 95 next year if that's how they change it. If we go back to what it was back in Madden 16, if they keep it how it is right now, probably 93, 92 at max.
Yeah, I can see that. What was Dre Archer's starting speed this year? That was like 92 or 93, right?
I think I have his bronze card still. I can check real quick. I know he's not in action. He's a card you can't even get in Madden, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. You only had to be like granted him.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Dre Archer had 93 speed, so 93 speed. 93 speed, 91 excel.
So Ross would have 94 then because he was slightly faster than Dre Archer.
Yeah, 94 speed at max. If it's the same system, if it's a different system, 95 more than likely.
Yeah, I could see them staying similar. Like, well, how do you think they're switching the stats up next year? Like, what would you do if you were them?
What I would do is I would kind of make +1s and 2s actually worth it, but you can't really. It's kind of hard to do that in the actual game. You can see all the stuff in coding and like, okay, it's a significant upgrade, but you can't really do that. I think what I would do is I would make speed just the same. Like nobody's speed can upgrade in Madden ever, unless that guy loses weight and gets fast. The only person speed can go up be Eddie Lacy and Kelvin Benjamin. If they lose weight, their speed can go up because they're heavy as shit right now. But I would keep speed the same so that John, what's his name? John Ross can have 99 speed at the beginning of Madden, but he can't get no higher speed. He can get better catching, get better everything else, but speed to be the same. That's what I would do. But I don't know if people will like that, if they wouldn't mind speed being a constant rating.
Because then it'd be tough to get upgraded cards. How would you upgrade cards then?
They can upgrade catching, route running, and stuff like that as cards, like especially the rookies that aren't polished, unless they're like. There's like rare rookies come out of only a few rookies come out of the draft that are like really good receivers. Julio was one of them. Calvin was another. But everybody else is pretty much like kind of raw.
Yeah.
John Ross is kind of raw. So I'll give him low route running, give him low catching, stuff like that, and he can earn himself an upgrade throughout the year. The speed stays the same though. And that's what I would do. And then the only time a person gets faster speed if it's a flashback of a previous card. So Cam's speed is at 85 at the beginning of the year. His flashback version will be 89 speed. And then you can, then I guess after the offseason, go crazy. But during the season, I think speed should be should be a constant rating.
Yeah, MUTGamer, what do you think of that?
About I honestly think that I like Tex's idea because the players shouldn't change that much. Like if you go from the player is like 92 speed at the beginning of the year, they shouldn't get to like 97 speed by the end of the year. But I do understand your point of view that, the catching and stuff like that. I'm sorry, then they're only upgrading catching and stuff. I don't know. I just honestly think that the players should upgrade a little bit, but definitely give like a lot of upgrades throughout the year. That's my point of view.
Yeah, no, I generally disagree with the lack of speed upgrade, because then what's the point of upgrade? Like, all these other stats, like as you saw, like catching in traffic this year, catching in traffic or spec catch a lot of times, it's like, yeah, it's nice to have, but you can't really see it as much as speed. So like the beginning of the year cards are almost like just right there neck and neck with the end of year cards, and I don't like that suggestion.
I mean, it's not like my best suggestion. But okay. I just think that it makes the most sense that way, because dudes just don't get faster. That's the only thing I really hate. Like, dudes just don't get faster. Dudes can improve their hands. They can improve their get off. They can improve other things, but typically your top line speed, you can get slower as the year progresses. So maybe after like week 7, you're more banged up, but you're like really good at catching. So you have like 95 speed, but you have like 99 catching. I mean, there's an idea that I'm throwing out there that's seeing if people are receptive to it, because just seems like what they're doing now is just useless, because nobody gets faster. That's my whole thing. Paul Postlesny is not faster now than when he was at his beginning at the start of his career.
Yeah.
So I just wish EA would just kind of take their time when it comes to like just making these upgrades mean something, as opposed to just doing the +1s and +2s.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. All right, so let's move on. What did you guys think of the limited time solos only being out for like an hour? And they also had limited time packs. Do you think that's something they should keep up doing, like these? I don't know. They used to do happy hours and stuff. And do you think they should do these kind of limited time things that go on? What do you think, ThatMUTGamer?
I like the idea. I just hated that it went by so quickly. So maybe not just an hour, like maybe more than an hour, because by half of the draft, the limited time card Javion Clowney was out of the game. And then, of course, the limited time solos was from 11 to 12 o'clock, which they didn't really communicate with us when they were going to come out. They just said at 8 o'clock, limited time solos, and they didn't communicate with us. So I honestly just better communications with the whole EA Sports.
Wait, what did you not like about their communications?
I didn't like how they just they told us they had like a screenshot in the game that said like at 8 p.m. Limited time solos, and they didn't come out to 11 p.m. So a lot of people didn't.
Are you sure about that?
I
think they were through the night, through the whole draft stream. I was playing solos.
They dropped. I think they dropped 2 sets of solos.
Oh,
I think they dropped. Yeah, 2 or 3 at least.
Oh, then I missed. Yeah, I only got the last one. Then my bad.
Okay. Yeah, Tex, what do you think about the limited time solos and packs in the game?
Limited time solos, I don't know why. I know why they're limited, because they gave some really good rewards, especially that last one. So there were 3 actually. There was first sets, then there was like ×2, then ×4.
Yeah.
So there were actually some really good rewards, and so I guess you had to be on at the time. I just don't like how these draft events are supposed to be kind of like parties, where like you go out and hang out with your friends and watch the draft, go to a bar, and if you're doing that, you're kind of not. You can't really participate in this shit. But if you're a loser like us, I guess you could be and that whole play Madden while watching the draft. I guess they reward us for that, which I'm cool with. And the Clowney being in packs, I was actually cool with him hopping out as fast as he was, because I hate when limited time cards are in packs for 700 hours.
Yeah, it is really cool that they. I mean, I would agree with that whole thing. I think it is having the limited time stuff. It's not the same old. It's a nice change up, in my opinion. It's something that keeps you on during an event, especially one of the biggest events of the NFL calendar. I thought it was a great way of keeping us losers entertained while we're watching it, because those normies, we don't want any of them. If you're listening to a MUT podcast and you consider yourself a normal person, you better take a hard look in the mirror. So I would generally agree that. Them doing like happy hours, like, do you think they should do like random things through the week? They don't even have to be tied to specific events. Like, do you guys think that this is something they should just do, pop it in the game, and then like the community has to respond like, hey, what's this? I just saw this online. Or do you think people would hate that because they're not online all the time? What do you think about like random stuff, Texas?
I've been saying that they should be doing that for a while. Like, I want to see, like, I think I said this on a podcast a couple weeks ago. Why is there not a random you can complete? You got an hour to complete signature sets that cost 5 elite badges. Like,
that's a good point.
Why is that a thing? Like, I would love for them to do that stuff. It's just, I guess, people that have work schedules and stuff like that, it gotta reward them for being home at the time, and people will get angry if it's only like East Coast guys benefiting from it. That's why they had to change the outsider program, because this is E-Rock's fault. This is all E-Rock's fault. E-Rock used to complain, I'm at work till 5, and they drop outsiders at 8 Eastern. And so you couldn't get a chance to pull limited time cards. That's when limited time cards started becoming more and more harder to pull because they wanted to basically reward guys that got off work at 9 on the West Coast to be able to have a chance to pull these items. So it's all E-Rock's fault. Their card's harder to pull now. So we'll blame him. But I would love for them to actually let us just put stuff in the game that just is happy hour related, where you can pull for rare cards, rare golds. But this year's Madden doesn't really have much of that value. Like Madden 15, that was fun when you got to pull for that Larry Foote. Remember that? That was dope. But not much over here where it's really worth pulling in actual packs.
I get you. Yeah. All right. ThatMUTGamer, did you talk? Can I hear your opinion on that? What do you think about limited time things through the week?
I would love that. I would definitely, even if they made it random. I know a lot of people get mad because hey, I had to do this, that, and the third. I missed it. But I just love the idea of actually giving a purpose to open packs for. Right now, what do you open packs on the weekend for limited time Ultimate Legends, but there's nothing else you really get excited about. And that's one thing I wish they would change. And limited time stuff in packs would help that out, like limited time packs, because it would actually make it exciting again, kind of like Madden 13 was.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Oh yeah, I agree. I think that'd be kind of cool, but they got to change the time of day, of course, for their happy hour, so that way everybody's kind of appeased. They can't just do the same time of day every day, or else, like you said. Well, I guess we just blame E-Rock because I'm a big fan of blaming stuff on people.
Yeah.
Hey, so yeah,
I agree.
So EA, I tweeted before the draft that I was gonna stream, and you guys could see my reaction to the draft picks and EA's inevitable screw up. So about 12 hours after that, we had I guess 1.5 screw ups. The one screw up, the big one, was the 82 Mahomes that was put into the game as an elite card. So you could add him to Cam's set as a draft elite, and people I think Wheels said he got Cam for 1 million coins, which is crazy because he's going 3.5 million coins right now. And we'll talk about that card in a little bit. So and then people that were buying this Mahomes for 80K, all of a sudden in a couple minutes, that guy no longer was able to be put in Cam set. I guess it got reported to EA pretty quickly. They fixed it, and so these people are kind of stuck. Now there's a few ways to look at this argument. One, either they thought EA misdid his overall number, so they thought maybe he was an 85 Mahomes, or they thought EA screwed up the set. Now if you're on there, I could see it going both ways. But either way, EA screwed up, and I think that's why we're not seeing bans for this, like we saw with the other set. The 87 to 88 overall set that they banned people for. So I think EA kind of learned the lesson because of the community outrage in that ban, and then they went and didn't ban people for the Moss. So this time it feels like there's the early movers that had the Mahomes, they got off scot-free and they got a free Cam or a less expensive Cam. But the late movers to this glitch, they got absolutely boned. What do you think of that, Texas boy?
I'm actually I'm not really mad about it because it's kind of first come, first serve. I didn't know about the glitch. I was streaming. I didn't know about it. I saw freaking, I was paying attention to the chat. I should have paid attention more because everybody was telling me about it. So I'm actually kind of glad that I didn't go into it. I would have felt bad if I would have bought the card and it would have changed back to a gold. But if it's a mess up and you try to take advantage of it while you can, that's kind of how things go in life. Where if something's on sale, better buy it before it runs out. I'm cool with it. It kind of sucks those guys got screwed though, but at the same damn time, you kind of knew that was gonna happen. You knew E was gonna fix it, so you gotta go into knowing that risk you're taking.
Yeah, if you put him into the set, I think you might have been okay.
Yeah, if you put him into the set, you're good. But if you just had him in your binder, if you had to collect them, you'd have been good. But if you just put him into the set, you would have been good. Yeah.
ThatMUTGamer, what do you think of that situation and everybody off of that in their situations?
I think honestly, it was a glitch, and as Tex said, you gotta take advantage of stuff. And I honestly think no harm, no foul, because anyone who did get him, obviously they got him because it was cheaper. But anyone who didn't get him, and the cards turn back to golds, just you got to be quick on things. If the first come first serve method, you got to be quick on things. So anyone who got fluff from that, that's kind of just sucks for them.
Yeah. All right. So the Cam card. First time we've seen these dual ability chemistries. Texas, what do you think about that Cam card? And then talk about his price too. And then should he be going for that much?
It's kind of amazing because I thought what EA was going to do is drop more draft content throughout the week, make Cam's price go down. That's why I wasn't tripping by picking him up, because he was like, my first song was like 2.5 mil. I'm like, he'll come down. Should have bought him for that. He's like 4 mil right now. Cause I thought what we were getting is draft promos for like second and third round picks. On Saturday and on Friday, and so for more stuff and shit. Nope, that's not what they did. So his price is super high right now because the only way you can get that card is if you buy those packs and get those collectibles and players and do the sets. And those are and without EA dropping souls in the game anymore to get those collectibles and those players, it really is his card is gonna keep his price is gonna be around what it is right now. So I'm kind of mad his price is that expensive, but I'm also kind of happy that his price is that expensive because we haven't had a good Cam card in this game since like launch. It's about damn time. It's about damn time. Do one MVP last year and EA been sleeping on him. Gave him garbage ass card after garbage ass card, and then that was pretty much it.
Yeah, I agree. That really confused me. Like, so what happened when I went away for the weekend and these draft? So I bought a bunch of draft cards on Saturday. Unfortunately, because I thought we'd get packs Saturday. You know, that dual Ultimate Legend draft packs that would lower the draft players' prices.
Same here.
So I held off till Saturday to buy. I'm like, what is going on? What is EA doing? Why aren't they putting the packs back in there? I don't know. They only thought it was like a first round draft thing. Like I thought we were getting. I thought they said something about round 2 and round 3. Am I just wrong?
I wasn't paying attention, but in years past, we have gotten guys round 2. Derrick Henry was drafted in the second round last year, and Derrick Henry's card. So I thought
Hunter
it would be
Henry
similar
too.
to what I thought it'd be similar to what it was this year, but that's not exactly what it was.
Yeah. It kind of confused me. Like, and then now that Cam's gone up so high, I agree. It's kind of weird. We talked about this a couple weeks back. Is EA just getting lazy? Why wouldn't they put round 2 and round 3 guys into the game here? Like, is it just they don't want to do it? Are they focused on 18 right now?
I mean, maybe because it was kind of a lot of work through that night before. If you think about it, they had to be at the offices that entire night. And I'm not making excuses for it. They got to do their job if it requires making money. But they had to be at the offices from the draft was at 8 till like midnight. I streamed for 4 hours. I was tired. Imagine them dudes out there actually having to put logos on cards and update it into the system and make sure everything's good. They were probably working crazy. They probably decided not to do it the next night. Maybe they had an option to decide not to go back to the office on Saturday and do that thing. I would have loved it because it would make Cam's price cheaper instead of paying 4 million coins right now for this damn card.
That's true. I mean, a lot of it. Yeah, right. They were streaming that night too, and they were putting out content pretty late.
Yeah.
But it feels like so they come in at noon the next day, like they can't get guys ready for put in like a 5 to 6 hour workday. It's just pictures of the dudes on the same art background.
Yeah.
And then put them out Saturday morning. I don't know. Maybe because you're right. The second round did go pretty late, but like why don't we get bundles again Saturday? What? And then tomorrow, so we're recording this Tuesday. I'm guessing this is going to go live Thursday. So Wednesday we have movers presumably. So we're gonna get movers packs. The draft promo, is it just done after? Is it one night and done?
That's what it looks like right now. We may get occasionally some like one of those weird but big bundles was like movers, draft content, nonsense.
Like 3 months later. Yeah.
Probably so. That's because that's my guess. But damn, this is interesting.
It's like the biggest event outside of the Super Bowl in the NFL calendar. It's Super Bowl opening day draft, right?
This could have been a crazy money making for them as well. Like just constantly, like limited time cards and packs to pull for as well. Some of the other, it could have been crazy weekend, and instead it was just a weekend.
Yeah, it was a double LT weekend, which is cool. We'll talk about that card too, but I don't know. It seems weird that they gave up this opportunity. Like the revenue for MUT is down. In this year, that's how last year they were bragging about MUT's the fastest growing game mode or whatever. They didn't brag about that at all this year and any growth whatsoever. It's because the revenue is actually down. FIFA revenue I think still is up, and other revenue for the game is up. But so it's weird that this would. I mean, it took so long to get points. I'm assuming because so many people were buying points draft night, and I would think that people would just love to pull these packs. What do you think about that? The MUTGamer, that the draft promo, and them not doing a second round of it.
I kind of feel like, with this promo at least, it's just the same promo as every single other promo in the game, like the copy and paste type of stuff. And I kind of, again, like you were saying, kind of lazy. I think they should have done the second and maybe not third round, because that's, you get crazy. Like you don't know how to predict how good those players are going to do. But second round at least, just maybe at least put in gold cards in the game. Add some gold second round players in the game. Maybe there's a set you put in 10 second round gold players to get one elite first round player, something like that. Just to add more value, add more to the game to make people more excited. I agree. It was a missed opportunity, and it's kind of sad they didn't take advantage of multiple rounds.
Yeah, agreed. So Jameis Winston, I said 1.5 screw ups earlier. Jameis Winston was he was the half screw up, not really a big screw up at all, more like a 1/10 of a screw up. So he's the head-to-head reward this week, and I think he'll probably go through Thursday night again, or Friday morning he'll be out of the packs or whatever head-to-head reward. So he was allowed as a part of that draft cam set.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was for a little bit, and then so it's interesting. Jameis doesn't have a great deep ball, not the greatest quarterback card. So for those high-end teams that are winning all-man first and second Super Bowls, he wouldn't have been their number one quarterback, but he would have been useful to those high-end squads because he would have been able to be put in that cam set. So what do you think about that? That they made him available and then they took it out, Tex?
That's interesting. Isn't it his head-to-head card a draft card though, right? So technically, it still fits under that guise of being able to put into the set. I don't know why they would take him out. If Guy wants to collect that damn card, let him collect that. You don't know how many games you play to get that damn card. If somebody wants to collect, let him collect him.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, because if you're gonna be using, if you have Michael Vick at quarterback, you're not gonna be using Jameis. If you have Cam, you're not gonna be using Jameis. So if a guy wants to go ahead and decide to collect that card in order to basically get another card that they can definitely they can sell, knock the cost of that set down, let them do that. It's not hurting anybody.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know why EA puts these weird restrictions on cards. It's not Cam still. It's only a 300,000 coin break on a 3 million coin card. So it's not a ton, 10% or whatever.
The guy's wasting probably 4 hours to grind to get that.
Yep.
Yeah, let's put that card into a set. Put that card into a set. I'm not doing that. But if he wants to, let him do it.
Yeah. ThatMUTGamer, what do you think of that?
I kind of feel like EA doesn't want to give us any kind of help to make the price of anything come down, and I feel like that's a great example of that.
Yeah. How expensive? So this cam card's going for 3.5 because of a set cost. How expensive are we predicting Ultimate Tickets / Golden Tickets to be here, Texas?
I don't know, man. Based off of that Golden Ticket being accessible through a set, and if the Brian Dawkins, the Curse, and the Houston, 1.5 is probably the max because they're not, unless the card is just outright ridiculous. But Randy Moss, if he gets a Golden Ticket, is gonna look just like his regular ass Ultimate Legend, except for the fact he's gonna have 3+ speed because mobile blocking and the pick specials or whatever the hell that guy's adding to that card. So I doubt these cards are gonna be that ridiculously priced, unless this gonna be a crazy set that you have to do to get them.
Yeah, I would generally agree with that because their stats aren't going over 99s, and now we've seen cards with 99s in just about every single stat now, right? Mm-hmm. So these things aren't going to stand out like they would in past years when they'd have 103 on some stats or something like that. So I would agree. I think that's a good price point. ThatMUTGamer, you said you're a coin guy, and you make what's your prediction on this stuff?
I honestly think. Well, we saw last year with Antonio Gates, his price was about $800K starting out. But I just think, as Texas says, because they're not going to be too much crazy different, except for the silver cornerback that's getting Golden Ticket, I honestly say about 1 to 1.2 mil. That's what my prediction on what they would go for, depending on which card it is.
It depends. Yeah, so that Deion Sanders, that's a 99 already. I could see that going for the 2 to 3 mil. Because he's gonna have 99 speed.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe.
What do you mean maybe?
Well, chemistry.
What do you mean?
It's not gonna stop 99 speed, but chemistry will.
Yeah, he's gonna have 99 speed with his pick specialist chemistry, right?
Yeah, but is it though? Because sometimes this chemistry shit, I don't know if it works in game, dog. I'm getting more and more annoyed by seeing my guys not get off blocks every time. Not on block shit, and I keep getting ran on. Power O still overpowered. How is that possible?
I don't know. It's really funny, this game. It's all dice rolls and whatnot. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But with that block shed stuff, it's weird. You get half of the community saying there's too many block sheds. The others half saying my guys aren't playing up to the block shed. I'm not coming at you, Texas. I'm just saying in general, I feel the same way. Like, why are my guys getting block sheds when they get block sheds? So it's tough as EA, as the developer, to hear the feedback from both sides, balance it. Then how the hell do they make their game? Because you're going to piss somebody off. Because, Texas is over here saying I'm not getting enough block sheds, and Gaming Powerhouse is over here saying people are getting too many block sheds. Both, I don't know, both play the game the same amount. What's that?
My reason's more valid, though. Because I have 99 block shed Clowney, 99 block shed Von Miller, 99 block shed Vern. Everybody on my team got block shed, dog. Like, why am I getting block shed? Like, that's a valid reason. Like, why am I seeing these instant block sheds? Yeah. He over here, he's complaining about it. He's playing draft champions, man. Those dudes are terrible. He got bronze and silver, gold cards going against elites.
Yeah,
it's a big difference.
Wait, who is?
Oh, so I watched his the YouTube invitational thing.
Yeah.
And so he has his linemen that aren't the greatest. They're going up against like good defensive end. So that's why the blocks are happening. So.
Oh yeah, well that makes sense. I mean, Mike Clowney did some pretty good block sheds, and so did Donald on the run. I don't know, ThatMUTGamer. What's your opinion on block sheds in this game? Too many, too few, and what's the O-line D-line interaction? What are your thoughts on that?
My whole point of view with that is that no matter what card you got, if you get a certain animation, you're gonna get a free block shed, and that's what I've seen with gold cards. Get block sheds on my 99 overall Anthony Munez. Get to my quarterback. I see cards on 99 overall Youngblood who just get stopped and cannot move anywhere. So I just feel like everything random in this game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's random number generator to get that kind of stuff. All right. Cool. So we talked about the Madden champion players, the Ultimate Legends. We talked about the double LT weekend. LaDainian Tomlinson and Lawrence Taylor came out this weekend. LaDainian Tomlinson has 2 ability chems. So interesting. He's got Never Stumble. Now let's talk about that first. I use a little bit of LaDainian Tomlinson's Never Stumble ability. How frequently, like from memory, I stumble like once a game, and generally I can recover. How frequently do you guys stumble, Texas?
It depends on where I'm running the ball. If it's a toss play, if my lineman trips me, I stumble right there. If it's up the middle of the field, I rarely stumble in the hole. But it usually depends if my lineman or my blocker gets in the way. It's usually never in the open field. There are some instances where I throw the ball to my receiver and he'll just stumble automatically. But it's not frequently enough for me to like want to spend the extra amount of coin just on that ability.
Yeah. How about you, ThatMUTGamer?
Only time I ever stumble is when someone dives to tackle me, and then my guy would just stumble because he walks over him. So as Texas says, not enough to spend extra coins.
Yeah. So you guys, what do you guys think of the duel, the Energizer and the combo? Texas, I feel like the Madden developers, they're like listening into you or got some sort of, I don't know. Maybe they watch you on YouTube. Is that weird? I was gonna say that maybe they're the camera, but you've been very public about this, about putting the Battle Ready and Energizer on the same golden ticket. They didn't allow you to do it, but how freaking amazing would that be? Now that we see this Energizer, you stumble recover with the Never Stumble, and then you got full stamina right there. So you're perfect. Like you were talking about with the stiff arms. It's just crazy how you can get.
It'd be amazing if they just allow us to do what we wanted to with those particularly. I would love that. That'd be awesome to see those 3 abilities. I don't even care about the ankle breaker. What does he have on him? He has the Never Stumble, the Energizer, and what's his ankle breaker?
I think so. I'd have to go look.
If I had ankle breakers, give him Battle Ready. That'd be so awesome. But they're holding off on that card for that particular type of combination probably until like July. Like we probably won't see that card until freaking the end of Madden.
So this begs the question: did they just think of this Never Stumble ability, or did they hold this in their back pocket until after Ultimate Tickets?
They probably just thought of it.
Yeah,
they probably just found probably like we could probably code this out of the game with this chemistry. So they probably thought of it, and that's my guess. Because that should have been the game for a while. Because we haven't had new offensive ability in what, how long? 3 months, 4 months? What was the last one? What was the newest ability we got on offense?
Was it Gunslinger?
Was it Christmas?
Was that Christmas Brett Favre Gunslinger? I don't know.
I thought we got Secure Tackler.
Oh, secure pass pack. Okay, so that was probably that was Christmas still too.
Yeah,
we had that Jake Long
around that same time.
And then we had one for Team of the Year too. So yeah, Secure Protector. Secure Protector was the most newest one we got. So they've been holding off for this since December. So they probably just thought of it. Because there's a lot of halfbacks in this game that could have used that never stumbled. They dropped a lot of halfbacks in this game before then that could have used that. Zeke could have used it. David Johnson, they've just been going with the St. Kim. So my guess is they're trying to expand their abilities going in next year, seeing what works and what doesn't. So hopefully we see some new Kims and new abilities coming out next coming weeks. That way we can try some things out going into Madden 18.
Yeah, I don't know. So sorry, I'm trying to do research right now on what was the latest one to come out, whether it was secure tackler, pass blocker, or hang on, what can I find it?
I think it was SP. I think it was SP because conductor was in the beginning of the year. That's when Aaron Rodgers, and then we had Playmaker, which was introduced, which was like all the rave for like a week, and then Battle Ready was in the game at launch, I think, but I know then Energizer was also there as well, and then it has to be Gunslinger on Christmas, but then they dropped the it might be around the same time actually. It's either between Gunslinger and Secure Protector. It has to be around that. Cause I know we got those Campus Hero cards that nobody cared for. That Jake Long had the Secure Protector on it, and then that what's that guy on defense? The linebacker, is it Mosley?
Mosley has it too.
He has Secure Tackler.
He came out on December 20. Well, Muthead has the oldest price of his at December 29th. Now I don't know if that's when the price thing cuts off or.
Well, that's probably when the gift opened. Mike, that's probably when the gift opened or some shit like that.
So Brett Favre came out just a few days before that.
Yeah, so the newest one was Secure Protector on offense, on defense Secure Tackler.
Yeah.
No. On defense, we had Pick 6. And that's
right. Yeah, the
route runner.
Yeah.
It's one of the draft quests which Jabril Peppers has actually.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. So that's a good point. So what were we talking about with the two chems? Like ThatMUTGamer, do you think they came out with they just came up with it recently?
Yeah, I kind of feel like they were just thinking like, all right, so what more abilities can we add to the game or to players? And they're like, hey, we got LT this weekend. Oh, you know what? It'd be really smart if we added some kind of ability to him, and then someone probably suggested it, and they're like, oh yeah, like that one. Put it on the card. How
many do you think they have in the queue for 18?
I'm hoping a lot. Yeah. I'm hoping a lot.
I doubt that though, because then they said they're gonna roll it to take something back because of the difficulty people have in using chemistry this year.
What?
Right. On AMA, then they said they're gonna try to look into like changing it up a little bit because
they're gonna fix it and do like they said they had too many like the team chems. Yeah. They could have done better. They didn't say they're gonna reduce the number so much. Well, they did say maybe reduce the number, but they said to make it streamlined, to make it better. I think, and after the feedback they got. But do you think these chemistry abilities, Texas? Do you think these chemistry abilities make the game too arcadey?
No, I like the nonsense of it, man. I just really wish it probably shouldn't be allowed in salary cap though. If you want to see who these guys are, if they're the quote unquote best of the best, you should probably restrict them over there. But when it comes to playing competitively, I'm cool with these cards being dumb. I want a kicker that guarantees me a kick without me having to aim it. Just automatically 60 yards. You inside 60, give me 3 points automatically. I'm cool. I'll be awesome. Oh, you within 60? Here you go.
Like maybe they can make it like a kicker robot because kickers and punters aren't people.
Yeah, just put them out there. Just limit the whole kicking out of it. I like the ridiculousness of it because it's really enjoyable seeing these things in game. Because even though it's kind of all simple, like these aren't like crazy intricate and technical like designs. Like we just took away the ability to not stumble. Like that's not as what it was back in Madden 12 or no Madden 11 with the Madden cards they had. I don't know if you guys remember those Madden cards. Yep. That's when it was like out of control. But like these things are kind of like getting to the point where I wish they were kind of like it's a happy balance. They're not that, but they're also much better than not having them at all.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Hey, what the heck was my question going to be? It was shoot. Somebody cover for me while I think of it.
Hey, when that happens.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Okay, you got it.
You go ahead. I'll write mine down.
If you guys wanted to try out Never Stumble, there's a Reggie Bush that has it as well, so you can try them out for much cheaper than LT.
Yeah. Hey, talking about kickers or punters and the draft, this is just kind of off topic. Would you guys draft number 1 overall a punter that could, no matter where you are in the field, kick the ball out at the 1 yard line or punt it out of bounds to the 1 yard line?
100%.
Or would you draft a kicker number 1 overall, but if they kicked under 60 yards 100% through the field goals? Would you guys draft either of those number 1 overall in the real NFL draft? Texas.
What team am I on though? Like, what's my team look like? I need to know this situation.
Your team is the number 1 pick this year. You're Cleveland.
Oh, so I'm Cleveland?
Yeah.
Give me the damn punter.
Think so?
Yeah, I'm not taking the kicker. We're gonna lose games 19-3. I'd rather lose games 6-3
So
than lose.
you'd rather have that punter over any other position player in the game. Any other? Sorry. Any other? You'd rather have that punter? Why am I over Myles Garrett?
Well, yeah, because I mean, it's either or. If you the punter or the kicker, I mean,
No. The punter, kicker, or Myles Garrett.
Oh, well, yeah, punter, because the punter is consistent. Myles Garrett's not guaranteeing me anything unless you guarantee me 17 sacks to Myles Garrett in like the next 4 years or whatever. But like with the kicker and punter, I'm guaranteed points to the kicker. The punter, I'm guaranteed at the 1 yard line, which teams hate being on, which is gonna get field position. It's all about field position. So if you stop them at the 1 yard line, or if you stop them at the 8, and they punch you the ball, you're gonna be in field goal range basically.
Okay.
Unless they got a punter, then they can do it at the 1 yard line. Then it's just ridiculous.
No. You're the only team with it.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, ThatMUTGamer, what do you think? Which one, and then would you take them both over Myles Garrett, or either over Myles Garrett?
Okay. First off, if I'm taking the number 1 pick overall, they're not just playing punter. Okay, they're also my quarterback. If I need them to be wide receiver, they're my wide receiver. Cornerback, anything I need them to be. If they're taking number 1 over pick overall, I would take a punter again. Like Texas said, just because of the field position, especially if you're the Browns, you suck. But that punter is also my quarterback.
That's not the question. The question is not the punter being your quarterback. The question is if you take that punter and that's all he can do.
Oh, that's all we can do? Oh.
Yeah, why would you put your punter at your quarterback?
I mean, if it's number 1 pick overall, like
you're not gonna pick like a wide receiver and put it at quarterback.
True. Yeah, I'd probably still take the punter just because Cleveland's not gonna do anything else.
That's a fair point. All right, so Texas, I kind of want to ask you what you've been pretty big into milestones. What do you think about what we've been getting lately on milestones?
All right, so I've not really been interested in like doing the solos. I have a lot of collectibles still, but the solos I just not been playing because they have not really enticed me with what they're dropping. So this past week we got the season's veterans, which means next week we're either going to be getting signatures or we're going to be getting award winners, which is which is cool. But like I just need them to. And stop giving these dudes the abilities, man. Like I understand that the abilities are cool and some guys can use it, but like I don't really think that's what the direction they should go in with these milestones. Like I'd much rather be having to go ahead and like for example, we got the Devin Hester this week. He has the deep threat, but the best card I've seen is that Darren Sproles. It's route runner, slot expert, chain mover. He basically links up perfectly with Antonio Brown's Kim Master. So I like cards like that. And I'll do stuff like this, especially because it requires less collectibles. The abilities require way too many collectibles, and
I agree.
I'm not a big fan of having to do that. So, like I said, we got the season veterans this week. Last we got all of Easter. The best card from the Easter one would have been the what do you call it? The Tyler Eifert. Gave him mobile blocking. Gave him some speed there. That's awesome. Demaryius Thomas would have been cool if he got mobile blocking or something, but no, he ended up getting playmaker, which is like, come on. Fuck out of here with those chemistry. So I need, and then the same thing with Anthony Barr. It's like the good cards get like the worst chemistries, and then the bad cards get the better chemistries. I don't know how that works.
Trying to balance it, man. Give the bad cards better value, like you talked about earlier, right?
I understand that, but they can do both of the good cards as well. Like Anthony Barr would have been better with pick specialist or better with field general.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it would have been so amazing. But nope, secure tackler. And the Maurice Alexander, DD, TM, lockdown. Like, can we stop with the ability? There needs to be a choice. There needs to be either you can do the secure tackler one with 13 collectibles, or for 7 collectibles, same player, it can be field general, and it would have been good to go. I would like to see that better than what we're doing right now with this, giving the better cards in this game these abilities, and then giving the worst cards the chemistries. It's kind of unfair.
ThatMUTGamer, what do you think about milestones and what they've been doing to them?
I think some of them make sense in my opinion, but some of them are just stupid. I hate to see a player, like, I like when milestones come out, it's like, okay, so this guy, you know, he's already good, he already looks good, he's going to get another, you know, chemistry that makes him even better, and then they give him playmaker, or they give him some other chemistry that doesn't really affect his overall stats. That's what really ticks me off about milestones.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. My opinion, I agree with Texas that maybe the abilities that they do cost too much on the milestones, and really, I don't know. It's tough because I just want every card to get mobile blocker. So when cards get something besides for mobile blocker, I'm just like, fuck them. Like, who cares? So I don't know. I think they've been a little bit better with milestones than they were like a month ago. Yeah, there's still a little bit room for improvement. But like Texas said, he really opened my eyes when he said milestones were his favorite promo because they give older cards more value, and it helps make, because there's been so little investment opportunities this year that the milestones aren't too bad for it if you're trying to gamble.
And if you hit correctly one of the ones about to get milestone, like if Jalen Ramsey would have, he's tip drill, is he locked down big hitter?
Take a look.
Like if Jalen Ramsey would have ended up getting, like another chemistry besides tip drill, that'd have been amazing. His card would probably skyrocket up in price, but he ends up getting a tip drill, which is cool, but it's not a speed boost. So if Roby, for example, when he got milestone, he went from being like 150K for his season's veteran, or not season veteran, I'm sorry, the season star, to like 300,000 coins just because of the speed boost.
Yeah, the pick specialist.
Yeah, so like if you can, that's why I like these things so much, because there's great investment opportunity in these. You can just go ahead and, like, right now, if you guys got any award winners or anybody in your binder that's new from like not signature, or what do you call it, signature, like next week might be a good week to sell these cards for a good amount of coins. And if you guys got the collectibles, you can make a ton of coins by completing the set. So I just love these things. It just keep making me mad. Nobody wants to buy a Hot Hands Deion Buchanan. Nobody wants that. But if Deion Buchanan came out with pick specialist, then we talking.
Well, Tex, I think you just kind of bit off more than you could chew right there. Hot Hands is great.
Nah, we're gonna keep having this discussion about Hot Hands.
We are. And okay. I haven't used the user middle linebacker besides the Urlacher. That Urlacher was great when I used him.
Oh my gosh, man! I despise Hot Hands so much, and it's also annoying that they keep giving these milestone cards the same chemistries that they had when they were like lower. So Deion Buchanan dropped a while ago with, like, I think an 86 overall middle linebacker card, and his milestone for that had Hot Hands. Now his new one has Hot Hands as well. Like, we don't need two of them.
Yep.
We don't need two of them. Just give him the chemistry, man. Give him another one.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. Do you like that they're giving the new cards the same player, the same chemistry? Texas, when they up, though. What's that?
It depends on the chem, really. Like, if it's actually an elite chem, I'm cool with it. But if it's a playmaker, if it's an ability, I hate it. Yeah,
we know your well established hatred of the ability chemistries. You're just a stat slut. That's what you are.
Yeah, basically. I was like, it's just awesome seeing, like, Carl Joseph, Phil General Baker, tackle machine. That's crazy.
Yeah, unlike America, Texas is into math. So
yeah, I love it, man. I should have went to school for that. I should drop out of school and go back and then go and become a mathematician.
I think that's my joke wrong. I should have said something like, unlike the state that you're named after, you actually like math.
Oh,
there it is. That's what I wanted to go.
Texas education system's terrible. I see you.
Yeah, I was trying to go with that kind of insulting direction, but I couldn't quite land it. That's a 7.0 out of 10 on that one. Anyways, so it's interesting that you talk about these ability chems. Now, Zan from Forward Progress Madden came out with a video on MUThead today. I didn't have the time to watch it yet, but usually they're pretty good. But his video, you know how the competitive community always loves the playmaker ability? Mm-hmm. Zan's video is now why you don't need the playmaker ability. So Zan's quite, like, I don't know, probably the second most influential competitive Madden player, although he isn't like a top-end competitor like Serious Mo, but he makes content for YouTube and Twitch and whatnot and MUThead. So a lot of what he says gets absorbed by the community. Like, his ways of beating cover zero defense is like the meta. Bounce routes and chair routes. I don't know if he came up with them, but his videos were the first ones I saw of them. And then, like, other things that he says and other things that he do, like the Fat Five theory came out of Zan. Now, we disagree with the Fat Five theory, but that's nothing to say. It took the community by storm. So him coming out and saying why you don't need the playmaker ability, I wonder if, because we saw so many of the competitive players coming up with the playmaker players on their wide receivers and whatnot, I wonder if, and then obviously the Madden guys that design these cards are very tuned into the competitive scene and what they have to say. As we saw, like Gibbs and Farrells and a lot of those guys are kind of, big into the competitive scene. Anyways, long ramble, bring it back home. Do you think because of Zan's corner coming and saying, and like his influence, saying playmaker isn't important? Now, maybe I'm speaking from ignorance. I haven't watched the video. Do you think we're going to see a lot less playmaker cards come out because of that whole wave of playmaker doesn't matter? Texas.
No. Mostly because what other options are there for wide receivers to have over here in this game? There's 3 Kims on offense that you see on wide receivers, right? Or maybe 2. It's playmaker. Is it just one actually? The playmaker? Is that all it is?
The ability chems. You get some energizer, I think, can't you?
I don't think I've ever seen a receiver with energizer Kim on it. I think it's just playmaker.
Tim Brown. Tim Brown has.
So Tim Brown's the only one that, and then I think we're getting a Demaryius Thomas golden ticket with energizer. So there's only gonna be 2 cards I think with energizer on it. It's like, so I would like for them not to have them on it as much, but there's not many other cards in this game or even more abilities in this game that you can actually put on a receiver.
Well, what I'm saying is they'll start giving more of the stat boosts ones.
I would love to see that, but it's only like 3, right? Slot expert, chain. It was 4. Route running, slot expert, deep threat, and chain mover. There's only 4 really.
Well, there's mobile blocker on Vincent Jackson and whatnot.
Yeah, but that was milestone. I don't think any receiver
that's true.
or any halfbacks going to come in, or tight end, for example, other than Vernon Davis, they're going to come in with that actually stock on their card.
True.
So I would love for them to go basically that direction, but I think people love the abilities way too much, and I don't think Zan affects the Madden guys' content. I think he affects people's thinking of it, but I think the Madden guys are like, we just put playmaker on all the receivers from here on out, and we'll just call it a day.
I gotcha. ThatMUTGamer, what do you think of that?
Yeah, I agree that I don't think he's going to affect anything.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think the EA developers do really listen to the competitive community closely, as we've seen with a few other things this year and changes. But I guess that's to be seen, and who knows? And we'll see what happens with the community after that video gets released. There's some videos that get released that like changes the way people think and way people play in the meta of the entire game. It is crazy. Like after seeing a couple videos come out from creators or a couple things that a big competitive player will say, and then all of a sudden the community kind of takes hold of it, or just watching one tournament will completely change the online ladder. So, all right, moving on. I guess we talked a little bit about competitive Madden there. And they just had this last weekend, they had a competitive for the championship. They had the first round of group stages. I just kind of want to talk about this. We don't really have to talk about much. But this next weekend, what is it, May 12th through 14th. So not this one, but the weekend after will be the second half of that to go for the $500,000 prize pool. Now, I know there's been a lot of talk on Twitter about the lack of viewership for these qualifiers. I guess that's mainly what I want to talk about. Now, Texas, what do you think? Do you think competitive Madden's having a tough time catching on with the general audience of Madden? Because 2,000 viewers or whatever it was on Twitch, that's about the same as like Toke would have.
I don't think they're having a struggle. I just think it's not much more that they can do. I feel like they're better at the beginning of the year as opposed to the end of the year. Because right now, there's not really much keeping people playing Madden. Everybody's going to different games to play. A lot of games coming out. So basically, I feel like the numbers are always going to be bigger at the end of the year. I mean, at the beginning of the year, it's going to be towards the end. Also, it wasn't really like an actual tournament. This is more sort of qualifying stuff, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I guess we'll have to wait and see before we make a decision about this, because 2,000 is not a lot, but it's also these guys weren't actually playing for the money. So maybe when the money's on the line, it might be closer to 10,000 viewers in these streams as opposed to only being 2.
True.
So we just got to go ahead and wait and see. I know that's kind of not a sexy answer, but I think we got to wait and see what's going on. But I still think the numbers at the beginning of the year are going to be much better than numbers towards the end.
And now, do you think, MUTGamer, let me get your opinion after this. I'll just ask Texas one more time. Do you think with the numbers that we're seeing that EA considers this a successful first year? We talked about it a few weeks ago, but is competitive Madden eventually? All right, how much do numbers matter for competitive Madden, Tex?
I don't know if the numbers matter so much. It's more so about like sponsorship. If the sponsors feel like this is enough, the viewership's good enough, that's all that really matters. Like they could probably have nobody watching, but people are still putting money to help promote and pay for this event that's going on. I think EA will still go on with it because it has nothing to do with the people who are viewing shit. Like for example, like with coin sponsors, like it's not really about the viewers, it's about who's actually going and buying the coins.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how EA, I think, treats it as well. They obviously want more viewers because it gets more eyes involved, which then leads to more people trying to participate, which then makes this bigger and bigger and bigger. But as long as the money is there, then the viewership doesn't really matter that much. At least that's how I think it goes.
Well, it's all EA's money, right?
Well, some of it is. I know McDonald's is sponsoring some things. You got some people probably giving
right.
Elgato and some other companies who are sponsoring. Like,
well, there's more. I would say, they put out $1 million prize pool this year. Mm-hmm. There's probably at least that for the personnel and the space that they have to that they had to pay for these to put on these championship runs and these tournaments and whatnot. Wouldn't you agree, Texas?
It has to be, right?
Yeah,
but you never know what business. It might be some I scratch your back, you scratch my back, some shit like that, where where it's not like they're paying as much. But again, I don't know.
Like, wait, what do you mean? Like you're talking that girl in the background of every single competitive Madden tournament?
Yeah,
like she's doing some quote unquote back scratching to get the cost down.
Well, I don't know how is she qualified? She should be qualified. I'm not gonna say she's not. Because I'm not qualified for that job. I could probably still do it better than she does.
What are you talking about?
What? I don't know why am I burying her right now about her?
I don't know. Why are you? Are you turning heel on us, Texas?
Questions. I hate those questions she asks, man. Like those cliche ass questions that everybody wants to. I don't like that.
What do you mean cliche ass questions?
Yeah,
just because you can't answer doesn't mean you can't. You have to go trash them.
Okay.
Don't be attacking the question itself.
I'm sorry. The questions are stupid. The whole thing is stupid. Why were you interviewing these players like actual football athletes? Fuck out of here with that. These people are just guys. Ask them ask them things like, what do you do for fun? Like, what are you not playing Madden? What do you do? Like, why are we gotta ask them about some things that don't actually matter?
Like where they came from?
No, well that does matter because it kind of builds backstory. But why are you asking like, when did you become so passionate about gaming? Who cares about that? Who cares?
Well, I mean, EA is trying to build these guys up. They're trying to make them bigger in the community. So having them like you say, a backstory, a theme through their whole personality, giving them motivation for why they want to win. What little girl they saved from a burning building a week back, and that the burns are still weighing on him, and it's going to be a big issue going and to try and press a high point pass on the tight end and stuff like that. It's just a story adding on to these guys. I think EA actually did a pretty good job making these guys known through the community. This year, but that's besides the point. All right, ThatMUTGamer, I guess I got a lot of questions for you here. The same ones I asked Texas. How much do numbers matter for competitive Madden, and do you think this year is a success for EA in that aspect for their thoughts on competitive Madden?
I think based on what I think they think it's a really good stepping stone for it to be huge in the future. I feel like when it comes to numbers, as long as they hit a certain number, like for themselves, I feel like that's when they're like, okay, well, cool, as long as we hit this exact number.
Like, well, what would you estimate that number being? I mean, that's a hard one to answer, but why do you think they have an exact number?
Well, I think they have like a kind of low ball and then they have a high ball. So they have like, at least if we get over this number, we should be fine. Like, they probably have
like a cost benefit type deal.
Yeah. Kind of like that.
Cost benefit analysis. So they say if we get 10,000 viewers on our championship game, we did okay.
Yeah, exactly. And then going forward, they kind of like up the ball.
What would you estimate? I'm not going to hold to this number at all, but just like a ballpark. Like, what would you estimate is a good number for them for their $500,000 tournament for the final game numbers for Twitch numbers?
Well, you said that Sly gets about 2,000 people when he streams on Twitch, right?
No, I said Toke.
Toke, my bad, Toke. I guess about, like, what they would probably want would be probably about, like, at least over 4,000, especially with how many people playing their game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's millions that play this game, right?
Exactly, yeah, so probably a lot of people they would love to watch, but obviously not everyone watches.
Yeah. Yeah, because it is pretty interesting. Like the top other game streamers will get 20,000 concurrently on like just a normal day. So I think I would estimate just from my pulling a number out of the butt, I think they can get 20,000 people in the Twitch stream for the final championship game. Texas, do you think that's pretty close?
I'm not too sure. I think that's like probably what they would like to see. Maybe I don't know if that's attainable.
You think that's too much?
I think so. It's a different game though. Those games are kind of team oriented, right? Where these ones are kind of just singular. So it's kind of a different element. No.
Like Hearthstone. The biggest Hearthstone streamer gets like 20 to 30,000 a night.
Okay. And those are a little bit different though, right? Because those are actually Madden is different than the other games. Like Madden's just one of these like weird. Yeah, Madden's different.
Yeah.
Like Madden is just really different about like what they can do.
Cause like the number wise.
Yeah, I'm just it's number wise and just viewership wise. Like it's not a
free
sexy.
to play. Yeah.
It's not a sexy game to watch. I think as opposed to like those things where those things it's more consistent. It's not as random. It's not as frustrating to watch as it is to like as other games are. Those games are kind of like structured in a sense where it's it makes it more enjoyable to watch. I think.
I get you. Well, some of them are better than others. I get what you're saying.
What's going to happen mostly, whereas Madden, you don't have any idea, which adds the randomness to it, but also randomness is not. In this case, it's probably not a good idea.
Well, I frequently said Madden is less random than Hearthstone, and I think that's completely true. Numbers would bear that out. But
you think so?
Oh, I mean the top win rate for like pros in Hearthstone, like 55 to 60%.
Isn't Hearthstone more like a card game though, where it's all looking to draw? Whereas like that is still a bit more interesting to watch than Madden, where it's still kind of.
Well, what do you think of this? I think all right. So Mike Mack made a pretty good point on Twitter. He said he'd rather watch people play Madden than actually play it himself because he'd rather watch people go through the stress than actually go through the stress of playing it himself. Now, do you think that's a pretty accurate statement? I mean, I like watching streams for that too, like just to see other people because I still like watching the game, but it's enjoyable seeing somebody else have to go through it because you could just relax versus doing it yourself. What do you think that? What do you think about that statement, Texas?
I don't think so, man. Because like I'd rather be playing than watching. Like it's kind of like baseball, for example. I hate watching baseball, but I'd rather be out there playing it. So I guess because I'm a different type of build. Then I'd rather be out there participating and stuff than actually watching it. Okay. I do watch some like gameplays and stuff on YouTube, but I'll still play while I'm watching these guys play. Because I just don't want to be completely out of the loop while watching what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I guess it's different strokes for different folks. I guess he'd rather be struggling, but he's also kind of burnt out at this point. Like he's not. He uploads Madden twice a day or daily. Like at this point he's probably just tired of it. So he'd rather just watch other people stress out than having to stress out himself, especially because right at this point it's not much. It's not really worth it at the end of the year.
Yeah. ThatMUTGamer, do you watch Twitch a lot?
Yeah, I watch some Twitch. I mainly watch YouTube streams over Twitch, just because more people I watch personally is on YouTube.
I gotcha. So what did you like better, playing Madden or watching Twitch streams of it?
I kind of like Texas said, I like doing something than watching something because I kind of feel like if they make a mistake and it's like kind of annoying because if I'm in the situation, I know I'll play it differently.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I think maybe I'm asking the wrong couple of guys because you're content creators, so you like doing and creating content, but like for other things that you don't create content for, maybe it's different. But we'll just move on. I think actually when I said we should move on, I don't have anything else. That's it for the agenda. Yeah. Anything you guys want to talk about before we wrap it up?
Anything? I am good. You got anything, gamer?
I'm good, man.
Awesome,
well, thanks for being on, sir.
Yeah, appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Before we go ahead and get out of here, be sure to check out the links in the description. One will be linked for Gutvox's channel, as well as his Twitter. Same thing with the ThatMUTGamer. Links will be down in the description below. Be sure to check out the show over on iTunes for those that are listening on the go. I'm the Texas Boy. This is episode 57, and we'll catch you guys at 58 next week over on Fox's channel.